Hello, Alana.
Morning.
Morning. Need one more for a quorum. We'll start in a minute or two. All right, the room is having video issues, so therefore you won't be able to see us. It's Tom is present, Jim Gregory is present, and Haley is present. So those are the three that are in the room right now. So we need one more person to make a quorum, but we can start to review the agenda and start going on that, and then if someone else joins, we can go back and get the minutes approved, and it looks like we can't vote on chair and vice chair right yet. So, and November tends to be the time. Well, November is the time where here's Dan. So November is the time that we do vote on chair and vice chair. So every year we have to go through the process of voting for them. So anyway, let's get on with the agenda, and then if other people do join, then we can get back to the voting parts. So the first item that we can talk about on the agenda is the Heritage Tree and Tree Awards. I know this past over the past 30 days, we did go and visit 2 locations. Alana, do you have a couple minutes where you can talk, or?
Yeah, I have class here in a few minutes. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Well. Yeah, so we went and saw the 2 trees. One was a bald cypress and the other one was a sycamore, and both huge trees. We did all the measurements and I sent it off to Haley. So I think we just need to double check that they meet the criteria, but beautiful trees and willing homeowners.
Yes, very much so. And something different than a live oak that we've been measuring.
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful trees.
So yes, so it's always good to get some diversity in there.
Absolutely. And I don't think we have any more right now, but I think Haley would probably know more about that than I would.
Yeah. So the question is, when do we go to the commissioners to get approval on these?
Well, typically the way that's been done in the past, and a lot of the way things were done in the past sort of fell by the wayside during the pandemic. But typically the February or March meeting, the heritage trees for the past year are presented to the council.
Okay.
We've never, I don't think, actually asked for a vote of approval, but it's just a presentation.
Okay. Okay.
And past chairs have also at that same time sort of given an overview of what the tree commission accomplished the year before.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So Looks like I have to do a presentation in February, March.
Yeah, I think March is when it's been traditionally done in the past. So
Okay.
you just need to contact the council secretary and get on the agenda.
So, yeah, Haley, can you find out how far in advance we need to provide that information so we get on the agenda? Thank you.
I believe it's a little more than a month.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Alana. I know that, the other thing Kathy had been working on, getting, either plaques or something like that worked on. I'll follow up with her after this meeting and, see where she is on that and, see what other support she might need. Now, the next one is tree ordinance and enforcement. That's one of our strategic pillars. So, Jim, do you have any updates on that?
I do not have any updates. I must apologize for concentrating most of my time on my new house for the last few weeks.
Understood. So. I know that. Yeah, so we'll get back to that. So on resource commitment, this was to support the city master plan. The urban forest master plan, and Sally and Aaron aren't in the room. So I will follow up with them too and find out where we are on that. Oh, Aaron's on the Zoom? I didn't see him. There he is.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, great. You were down at the bottom, so I missed you.
Yeah, sorry, I'm working off my phone right now. So,
Yeah.
yeah, not a whole lot of update on the master plan right now. We have another meeting here this week, I believe. Another internal meeting, just to go through some more updates and some more planning. But other than that, not really anything to update on.
So Aaron, I mean, the master plan is huge. What areas are you focusing on in order to implement in the short term?
First priority right now is budget stuff, is budget impact for the upcoming fiscal year, which will be fiscal year 25, which will start in July of next year, because we're already starting budget prep for that. So there'll be some recommendations for new position upgrades, some equipment upgrades, stuff like that. It's kind of low hanging fruit, but it's direct budget impact. But it's stuff that we need to get done soon, so that some other stuff can follow behind. So that's really the priority right now.
Okay, there's no further discussion about increasing the survey of tree canopy outside of the.
Yes, the tree canopy, finishing the tree canopy will be one of the priorities in the budget as well.
Okay. All right.
Finishing the tree survey, I'm sorry.
Okay. Great. Just wanted to make sure that that's still on the agenda to get into the budget. So yes.
Yes, very much so.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Aaron. All right. Anybody else have any comments on the urban forest master plan? Good. Next one is community education. I know that Kate and Jim have been working on the native tree list, and Kate is going to take that over. She's very passionate about that, so we're going to support Kate on that and provide her with any help and assistance that she needs based upon her situation. So yeah, so I'll continue to follow up with Kate on that, and if we need any guidance from Jim or anybody else within the commission, we will reach out to them.
Okay, I also have an issue that needs to be discussed here. Our original concept for an education committee was a combined committee of folks from ACFT and the Tree Commission with leadership by Lloyd Singleton. Lloyd and I had a conversation recently in which he expressed a strong interest in resigning from that role because he has funding for a new administration building at the Extension Center. And he is going to be devoting himself basically full-time to planning that building and supervising its construction. So we need to reconstitute the education committee. Dan, what I would like would be a couple of folks, from ACFT who are, officially appointed to our joint education committee. And then there may have been some specific folks, but that concept of a joint committee just never has gotten off the ground. And I would like for us to pursue getting that off the ground and getting going. Now,
I will add that to our agenda for our next meeting.
okay. And I do recommend, I talked to Amy Mead at the Native Plant Festival. Amy is a regional natural resources extension agent. And the whole issue of native plants and native trees is a very strong interest of hers. So she has volunteered to join our committee, though she didn't really want to be chair. So when is the next board meeting of ACFT is when, Dan? It's first Thursday of the month.
Right. I believe it is December 7th.
Okay.
And Amy is also replacing Lloyd as the ex officio member on our board.
Okay. All right. I'll try to attend that meeting and let's get this reconstituted and get it going. Now, back to the native tree plan. Kate and I had talked about various options for organizing that. The work that I had done on it, she was a little bit concerned about being too technical and too scientific with that list that was too long. Amy said that she has also put together a native tree list, of a relatively brief one, and concentrating on species that are native to this area, but also relatively available in the nurseries. So what I would like to do is get the education committee reconstituted and then get that committee together to really work on this native tree list.
Yeah. Yeah, and the other thing is also to ensure that we are communicating effectively once we get the native list and making sure that it's
Amy has volunteered to develop a PowerPoint, and PowerPoint will travel. Because that's her job, basically.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah. But also social media and anything like that would be helpful, and then just having information at some of these festivals, whether it's the Native Plant Festival or Fire in the Pines or
Tree Fest is coming up. It will be the next big thing.
Tree Fest is when?
Usually third week in January.
Third week in January.
I think it is. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll follow up on that and find out exactly when that is.
So and then also, if having native tree information at any of the Alliance for Cape Fear Trees, tree distributions or something
absolutely.
like that would also be very beneficial too.
Yeah, we need to decide exactly how we're gonna organize a fairly simple brochure that it can just be available at all these public events.
Right. All right, anything else on community education? And Andrew, what team were you gonna be on? I'm sorry.
On that one, on community education, but yeah, so I'll continue to work with, it sounds like Amy and Kate and others, and whenever we figure out what information we want to be communicating with the public, I can work on how to do that.
Okay, great.
For Tree Fest and any other opportunities.
Gotcha. Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, it's up to you, Dan.
All right. I guess I'll just start off with the review of the events that we have recently and that we have coming up. We did our Bradford pear distribution Bradford Pear Bounty tree distribution on November 4th. Of course, that was in cooperation with the NC Extension, and we gave away around 100 trees, and we might have like 40 or 50 left. And so they are inside the fence at Legion Stadium. We've been watering them, trying to keep them alive for our upcoming distribution, which we have on November 18th, which is just this Saturday, where we'll be giving away 700 trees. The other event that we've had recently was we had a planning this past Saturday on November 11th at St. Luke Church, commemorating the 1898 coup and massacre. We planted around 25 trees in the neighborhood right around St. Luke. Reverend Pastor Armour spoke briefly about the events. It was a little bit rushed just because it was raining quite a bit, which wasn't great for the ceremony, but it was good for the trees. And we also have another planting coming up on December 2nd, which will be on the south side, and we're hoping to plant around 70 trees. Does anybody have any questions on the upcoming events?
So the tree giveaway on the 18th, is that at Legion?
Yes, that is at Legion, yes. And that is sponsored by Truist, our Truist Bank, with the help of the Arbor Day Foundation, as was our this planning this past weekend. And I wanted to note, I don't know if this is the right time, but in the minutes, it says our upcoming tree distribution was sponsored by HSBC. And I think I probably wrote that in my written report that I submitted last month, but that is incorrect. It is Truist Bank. We've had our sponsors have been kind of fluid a little bit in terms of matching up sponsors to events. Yeah.
All right.
Any other events questions?
No, tree stewards, how's that coming?
Yep, that was my next subject. We finished up our final class in October, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And so we're all graduated. We're just waiting we're meeting again this Thursday to sign a bunch of forms. We thought they had to be notarized, which is why we were doing this at a separate meeting. But the forms that that the city requires us to have no longer have to be notarized. So we're meeting on Thursday to turn all our forms in, and the 3 forms are a city volunteer form, a criminal background check form, and a driving history form. Once we have all those forms submitted, we'll have some more flexibility in the things that we can do. Right now, we're a little constrained because we only have a couple people that can drive the watering truck. And so, we're scrambling to sort of get the watering truck over to Legion Field, to water the trees, waiting for this weekend's distribution. But we're also trying to figure out things like, for instance, the 25 trees that we planted this past weekend. How long does it take to water those trees? And then, going forward, how many volunteers do we need to water those trees on the schedule that those trees are going to need? We're sort of trying to figure out what the capacity of the steward program is going to be. In addition to watering, pruning, mulching, maybe stapling, all the other things that we learned in the tree steward program. So we're still trying to flesh those things out. And we had a meeting with the Urban Forestry Council yesterday, talking about, our steps going forward, not only in terms of the things I just talked about, but, in terms of setting up a model for the state.
Right.
Oh, I do have one last matter to bring up. So we do have this tree distribution on Thursday, right? So there was a Facebook post that went up yesterday. Do you know about this?
Thursday?
No, well, a Facebook post from another group went on Thursday, a group called Buy Nothing Wilmington. And it said that in that post that we were giving away Christmas trees on Saturday. So that's obviously causing a lot of confusion. The post has since been taken down. And the person that posted it said that they had heard this from a city employee. So I don't know if that's true or not. But anyway, anything that we can do, Aaron, I know that you don't do the city's Facebook post, but I need to find out, reach out to the person who in the city that is posting about our distribution on Saturday, and maybe he or she could include a quick line, maybe as a joke, saying that we're not giving away Christmas trees, because we're a little concerned that we're gonna have people showing up wanting Christmas trees, and there were questions about whether they were real or fake. So I never thought that sort of misunderstanding could happen, but it has.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly who does the post on the city's main Facebook page, but if you want to get up with Dylan Lee with the communications office, they could get that
Right.
straightened out, I'm sure.
Okay, great. Thanks, Aaron.
But Dan, you're playing the Grinch.
Sorry, everybody. Maybe we'll have some evergreens there. I think that is all that I have.
So, you know what the 700 trees are, or are they?
I do. If you go to our website, acftrees.org, we've redone the website, so there's a lot more information now than there used to be. But on the front page, you can see upcoming events, and there's a link to the tree list.
Okay.
And so we've got Armstrong maples, Brandywine maples, October Glory maples, Serviceberry, Sweetbag Magnolia, Black Gum, London Plain, White Oak, Swamp White Oak, Overcup Oak, and Willow Oak, in addition to the trees that we didn't give away this past, or a couple of weeks ago.
Great. That's a great variety.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
We're excited about it. Hopefully the weather will hold.
Yeah.
It's looking like rain, though.
Yes. All right. Other than that, anything else, Dan?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Do you have any new business?
I did just want to give Haley a shout out for the website. I know she's already made some great improvements, and I'm not saying we should be, in a healthy competition with Parks and Rec or anything, but looking at our site compared to some of the other committees and commissions, we have a pretty healthy one going. A lot of great resources for the community to use, organized a lot better now than it was a month ago. So I know she's pretty constrained by the format of the city and keeping it aligned with the others, but it already looks really good. So appreciate her work on that. And I know she's looking for bios from us, and I know she hasn't gotten all of them yet because she hasn't gotten mine. So if anyone else hasn't gotten her that yet, I'd encourage you to do that.
Mine was in long ago. Everyone else, get them in, please.
Yes, sorry. I will get mine in. Thank you for the follow-up, and Andrew, thank you for the review of that, and really appreciate all the help and support from Haley. She's been a great resource, and yeah, thank you. All right, any other new business? Yeah, one thing, we do have some new councilmen and women. So I know that Mr. Joyner, I heard after his one of his interviews he was saying that one of his concerns is tree canopy. So he had mentioned that in a interview that I saw on TV. So I think that it would be nice to get in front of him and just say, hey, we're here. Here's who we are. And please, we'd be more than happy to provide him information about how we can continue to help the tree canopy and improve the tree canopy within Wilmington. So, but
Yeah, and I've got something to add to that. I met Celeste Andrews on the day that I voted. She was with the Democrat group, that you always have at the voting sites, and talked briefly with her about the tree commission and what we're attempting to do, and ask her what she thought about urban forestry and trees, and I got a very positive response from her. So we may have an opportunity here with these new folks coming on the council to raise the consciousness a little bit on the city council about what we would like to see.
yeah, no, that's great.
I have a pretty good relationship with Councilmember-elect Joyner as well, so I'd be happy to reach out and try and set something up. I know we don't have a meeting in December, so maybe I could target January or see what works with his schedule. He works at the courthouse, so this time may not work for him. But
We could invite both David and Celeste to come to our January meeting just to get acquainted.
I would be a little hesitant to, I'm not sure what precedent is with this committee about sending an invitation to a couple of city council members and not all of them though.
Yeah.
I know some have expressed that the environment is key in their agenda and others less so, but if we're inviting more than one, I'd maybe recommend inviting all of them.
Informal contacts are probably better anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things would be is, can we send them the urban forest master plan? I mean, I don't
Sure.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that today.
So, yeah, I think that's maybe what we should do is send both of them the urban forest master plan, just to get them up to speed on what the previous council has been working on, and then what are the goals, and some targeted items that, the master plan has laid out, and also, what Aaron is working on along with, Sally. So, yeah.
I can get that done today unless anyone is really itching to email them.
No, that'd be great.
Okay, sure.
And you can just copy all of the tree commission, that'd be fantastic.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Aaron, do you have any concerns with that or not?
No, I don't.
I just don't wanna create any other additional concerns from you. So, all right. Let's see, other than that, any other new business?
Well, let me just mention the required election. Our bylaws require that officer elections be held at the November meeting. So as soon as we don't have a quorum today, we're gonna go by our bylaws, then we need to have a special meeting to get that election done.
All right,
And I'd suggest just a brief Zoom meeting, so we are officially done. The bylaws specify, how you set up a special meeting and notify everyone.
gotcha. Okay, so let's try to get a special meeting done before, well,
Sometime in the next week or so, if we can.
yeah, but yeah, Thanksgiving is coming up, so. Yeah. We'll see what we can do either right before this Thanksgiving or right after Thanksgiving. Anybody have any preference?
I don't really have any preference.
Okay.
Because Alana, are you gonna be sort of winding down a little bit during the Thanksgiving break?
Hopefully, I'm out of the country again, December 7th through the 12th, but otherwise I'm around.
How about the Wednesday before Thanksgiving? What date is that? Next Wednesday, basically,
Yeah, I'm around.
22nd.
I'm in Denver, but yeah, I could do it.
Yeah, Haley could set up the Zoom and
Well, let's target next Wednesday, probably 9:30, same time, and see what we can do to get it done next Wednesday. Take 10 minutes. And you don't have to attend. So, yeah, but if you want to attend and just view, you can, but yeah. And Aaron, you don't have to attend either unless you just want to.
we just need 5 members.
Just need 5 members and we'll take it from there. I know Joanne wrote me a email saying that, Joanne Delaney, said that she was gonna be absent today, but she put in a vote for Jim and I being chair and vice chair. I don't know if that will work, but you have to be present, so.
Yeah, be present. Yeah, that's over quorum.
So, yeah, so anyway, we'll see what we can do to get everybody together next Wednesday. Other than that, we'll take it from there. Anything else, Jim?
Nope.
Okay. Thank you very much and have a great day. And appreciate all your help and support.
Thanks, everybody.
Meeting adjourned.